The following may contain language and subject matter which is not appropriate for all audiences. Hey everybody, thank you for joining us here on the Low Fact Podcast. I don't know if it's New Year's or past, but if it is, Happy New Year.
Happy 2020.
I think it might be New Year's Day. Or, no, it might be January 2nd.
All right, well, it's after New Year's, so we're a little late. We're partying too much,
So much alcohol.
That was a very strange sound.
Okay, so today, what is wrong with you two?
Go ahead, Dave.
Ponder this.
Riddle me this or riddle me that.
What do you do when people don't act the way you've been conditioned to think they should act?
You make them act that way. There you go. I think I just finished the topic right there.
Well, that's the sound of one hand clapping, though.
I don't know. You can't make people act a certain way.
No. I'm saying everyone believes that people should that parents would be all brave and run into fires to save their children, right?
Right.
There was a guy that was executed in Texas not too long ago, a few years ago, and the consensus, there was enough evidence to show that he was executed for starting a fire that ended up killing his kids.
God damn.
And then there was, I saw a documentary and saw some stuff on the other side of it, and there was enough consensus. I think there was enough reasonable doubt. But the thing that really struck me was how all the neighbors really basically hated him.
They didn't like him.
Yeah.
Even before the fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when the fire happened, they're like, he didn't even run in to save them children. He must have set that fire. And I'm sitting there going, fire's hot, you stupid hoe. And not everybody's brave.
True.
And so that's the point. Like, what happens when you see someone act in a way that's contrary to the way that you've been conditioned, been told by everybody that people should act? Like, people all of a sudden get brave and run into fires and stuff to save their children. I'm just like, not cowards.
So you're understanding to the guy who doesn't run into the fire to save people.
Yeah, I'm understanding a lot
That's
of
most
things.
people,
I mean, yeah, it is.
by the way.
Yeah, it is. And I think we're all too quick to judge when we see someone who doesn't do that.
Oh, yes.
Very much.
But yeah, most people kind of do that. Only stupid people go.
Dude, it's always like a witch hunt with people.
Well, when they had that school shooting with the officer who didn't move in,
He was supposed to.
Yeah, he was supposed to, and he was shooting on deservingly.
That's different.
I know, but there was that expectation. But everyone was claiming, "Oh, I would have gone in there if I was the cop." When the truth is, majority of us wouldn't have gone in there.
If you're the cop, yes, you would.
I know, but everyone's shitting on him for not doing it. But
Because he didn't do his job. That's
I
a
agree.
different thing.
But
that's a different thing, dude.
But people can't judge.
Different thing.
You're supposed to go in there as a cop.
You're doing different things. You're comparing apples to not apples.
Oranges.
I'm thinking of a Sesame Street song. One of these things doesn't belong together. One of these things isn't
Very
the
child
same.
references.
I mean, your whole cop reference, your sheriff's deputy reference, it misses the mark because that's his job. He's supposed to do that.
Now it's time to play our game. It's time to play our game. Sorry.
I hate it.
Sesame Street?
I hate it when people sit there and apologize. They don't mean it. That seems to be a very feminine thing too.
Shut up. Why are you looking at me when you say that?
Because you got long hair, hippie.
I can't criticize him for his hair right now.
Your hair's not that long either.
Woo! Hippie.
I'm going for the old
Full on
bogan look.
fat hippie look.
Bogan.
Jesus Christ.
Hippie.
What is it called again?
Fappy.
Mullet.
Malad?
Like
Mullet. You know.
Mullet.
Yeah, but it's long in the front too.
Oh
It's
yeah.
supposed to be business in the back, party. No, I
It's
forgot what it
business
is.
in the
Party
front,
in the
party
There
in
you
the
go.
back.
Business in the front, party in the back.
So no, I mean you
I'm not brave.
It's
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I wouldn't go in there either.
Well, it's-
I'm
No,
not
but there
that
is a
brave.
distinction. I think there's a distinction.
right, but
It's
we
difficult for
shouldn't
me to
get
judge.
bogged down on that one example. I mean, there's people expect certain reactions from people
Right,
in various situations,
of course.
and in a lot of those situations, I do not react that way, but I kind of play act so that I don't look crazy, which is why I'm a pretender. Now,
Oh,
Jesus.
yes. I'm the great.
right? I mean, like what happens when somebody's supposed to be really happy about something and they're not, and you're all like, "What's up with that?"
Oh, well, like when somebody wins something and they're not grateful about it.
Well, you don't know.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Like, is that what you mean by the example?
No, what I'm saying is,
Oh, that's like when people aren't contrite enough in court when they've done something bad. Well, people think they're not contrite because maybe they're just.
but what if they're
emotes.
what if they're super contrite? You just can't see it. That's what I'm saying. Like how can you sit there and make a decision based on something where you don't have all the information? And are you cool with that? And a lot of times I am.
To make that judgment call without all the information.
I think most people don't give a shit.
I do it all the time, and most of the time I'm right.
Wow, this should be called the Dave Always Thinks He's Right podcast.
Well, everybody thinks they're always right, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not special in that sense.
Not me.
I'm always right.
What? You
I
don't?
don't think I'm always right.
So?
Do you think you're right majority of the times?
No, he thinks it doesn't matter whether, he still thinks he's superior.
That's true.
There you go.
No, I'm lying. I do think I'm right all the time.
I think I'm right most of the
That was
time.
a lie. I'm going to burn in hell.
I don't really care whether or
Well,
not
do
I'm right most of the time or all the time or any of the time.
What then?
Yeah.
You don't care if you're right or wrong?
Yeah, I really don't.
Things have become unrailed, off the rails.
We're never on rails to begin
Off
with.
the rails.
We're no train.
Speak
Choo
English.
choo!
That's,
Oh my god. I don't know.
Okay, it's time for a confession, ladies and gentlemen. We record these like chunks at a time, and we've been drinking since the very first one.
Allegedly.
I would like to do like a couple baked and see how that goes.
We should do drunk podcasting next. It'd be like drunk history.
Yeah, the drunk podcast.
But okay, so I think that's enough because we have no idea what we're doing anymore.
Nope. I gotta go buy drugs so we can do the next podcast.
All right, so we need to hook up with some with Molly and Mary Jane, and we'll come back at you later.
I got you.
Wow, that was a lot.
Thank you for listening to the Low Fact Podcast. Find us on Stitcher and iTunes. Just search Low Fact Podcast. Find us on Twitter and Instagram at Low Fact Podcast. Send us an email at lowfactpodcast@gmail.com. Find us on YouTube. Search Low Fact. All the links can be found in our About. Also, look for my music on IG and Twitter at AFantasyB.